Okay, find your favorite comfy seat. If you're not sure what your comfy seat is and you want a little inspiration, I'll just throw this out there. It's a pretty easy seat. You just take one of your feet and pull it in close by your hips and let the foot kind of flip up toward you, so the top of your foot is kind of flipping down toward the floor. And you can tuck the other foot in close to that one and do the same with that. And it feels nice. Your hips are externally rotating. And you can just close your eyes and just relax right here. Take a moment. When we start off our practice, the best place for us to start is just by finding the breath. So we want to notice everything about it. Noticing the length of the inhale and exhale. Noticing the depth of the breath. Okay, feel your belly and your chest moving with that breath. And let's imagine lengthening the spine with each inhale. And allowing the two sitting bones that you're sitting on equally to weight down a little more heavily on the exhale. Your eyes are closed and the breath comes softly through your nose here. See if you can become aware of your spinal column actively rising up out of your hips. Okay, rather than kind of sinking and slumping into this posture. I wonder if you could make it really active and actively rise up out of your low back. We're feeling the rib cage floating precisely over the hips. We'll see if we could slide the shoulder blades a bit more down the back and lift the heart up in front a little more. For your next few breaths, could you deepen and lengthen the breath? So maybe make it a second longer with the inhale and exhale. Let's try that. Remember to find your fullest inhale to the point that you actually feel expansion in your rib cage. You feel a little extra space opening up. And on your exhales, bring your awareness to your belly and feel your belly button wrapping in towards your spine. So very strong in the belly muscles with the exhale. Think of cleaning out your lungs. And let's keep this long, slow breath that we've cultivated. Let's keep this long spine that we've been aware of for this last few moments. And you can keep your eyes closed. I'll try to use my words so that you don't have to necessarily look. Okay? We'll just start to twist a little bit. So with your inhale, get your arms up overhead. Keep your long neck though. With your exhale, turn to the left and tap the floor in front of you and behind you with your fingertips. Inhale to center. And exhale, other side. Tap the floor in front, behind. Let's do this a few more times. Same thing. Inhale through center. Exhale, tap. Back to center. Exhale, tap. Keep going, keep breathing. Keep moving. Okay, what's interesting here is we're twisting, but we're not using any outside forces really to propel us into the twist, so we can become aware of how much the upper body can twist on its own, without the floor, without pulling on anything. Giving your back a nice massage, nice warm up. We'll see if you could look a little more over the shoulder. Each time, look a little further with your tip of your nose. Okay, next time you look out to the left, let's pause here. Let's take the right fingertips to the outside of the left knee. And now we can deepen this twist a little more. So looking behind you, feel free to push the floor down with your back fingertips and pull on the knee with your front fingertips. Long spine inhale, still. Belly button to spine on your exhales. Couple more breaths here. Bring it back through center. And we are going over to the other side. So same idea. Look over to the right. Fingertips touch down and pause. Okay. Left fingertips to the outer right knee. And let's deepen this twist a little bit. You can use those right fingertips behind. Push the floor down. Long spine inhale. Deepen that twist. Exhale. Belly button to spine. Keep breathing here. Should feel a really nice massage in your upper back. As you're ready, come back through center. Okay, one hand on each knee. You might switch the crossing of your legs if you've been here for a while in this one position. Okay, and we'll keep the hips grounded. So keep your sitting bones grounded. And we'll just roll forward to the side and back. Okay, like you're stirring your spine around. If your spine was a big spoon and your pelvis was a bowl, you'd be stirring in that bowl. Make big movements. The hips might come up, but keep them grounded as much as you can. And let's rewind that. Take it back around. All right. From here, see if you can just roll over onto hands and knees. Me too. Hands and knees. Let's do some cat-cows. So grip the mat, strong arms. Heart pulls forward, inhale. Push the floor away, exhale. Keep doing this, okay? Take a few rounds. Find that nice breath. Find some nice mobility in your spine. And let's make this not just a forward and backward flexion and extension. Let's put some lateral flexion and extension. So move side to side. I like to think of this as kind of a jump roping movement. All right, come back to a flat back and tuck your toes, hover your knees. So beginning to warm up your legs here. All right, so remember, if you need to take a break, you can drop your knees. But I'm inviting you to stay with this challenge as long as you can. Put a slight squeeze between your elbows and put a slight squeeze between your knees. You'll have some space, but there's an inner engagement. Notice how that feels in your core. Speaking of your core, lift that belly button towards your spine so that you have that core support. Feeling a lot of nice warmth in your legs by now, I'm sure. Okay, take one more big breath in here. And exhale, press it back to our first down dog of the practice, which does not need to be a textbook down dog by all means. So walk it out a little bit. Notice how the backs of the legs feel. Where do you feel tension? Do you feel it in your calves more? Or do you feel it in your hamstrings? Maybe your glutes. Maybe even your shoulders. Okay, the back body will start talking to you here. Let's keep moving, guys. Get warm. With your inhale, move your heart forward and find a plank posture. So remember, you can use your knees in a plank. Okay. With your exhale, bend your knees, hover them just off the mat, and sit your hips close to your heels, pushing the floor away with your hands. I want you to feel your armpits open up and your legs get warm. Back to plank on your inhale. And exhale, find a down dog. Let's do that again. That was fun. Inhale for your plank. Heart moves forward. Exhale, hover knees, hover, hover. Hips to heels. Push the floor with your hands. Push, push. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, down dog. Can we do one more? Plank on the inhale. Okay. Hover knees on the exhale. Push the floor. Push, 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 push with your hands. Inhale to plank. And exhale, down dog. Okay, from your down dog, bend your knees. Let's walk hands back to feet. And take a moment to hang. You might bend your knees, sway, shake it out. Okay, again, this is a great time to kind of notice how the backs of the legs are feeling. Notice you can hang your head and let your neck release. All right, let's keep getting warm. Roll it up on your inhale. Take a big breath in, come on up. Okay, on your exhale, sit down into your chair posture. So tailbone is tucking, belly button is pulling back. You have a slight squeeze between your knees. Let's do that again. Back up to standing on your inhale. Back into your chair on your exhale. Think of keeping your long neck, your heart moves up, your shoulder blades move down. Again, inhale to standing and exhale, back down into your chair. Let's hold here for 3 breaths. Pull the knees in, okay? Pull that, everything moves in toward the midline here. Could you drop a little lower? Could you peel up your toes for this last breath? And inhale to stand. Exhale here, we'll fold, okay? You can hinge at your hips, bend your knees all the way down. Halfway up on your inhale, please, looking forward. Maybe knees are bent. And with your exhale, fold. Shake it out. Palms are coming down here. Let's inhale, walk the hands forward, and find another plank. Let's get into some side planks. So exhale here, drop to your elbows on your ribs. So you're squeezing the elbows in. You could use your knees to do this or not. Back up to plank on your inhale. Reach up with your right hand. Find a side plank. Now you can drop the left knee if you want to or not, okay? Exhale here, back down to plank. Again, elbows to ribs. Pull them in halfway down on your exhale. Press back up to plank on your inhale. Switching sides. Left hand reaches up. Side plank moment. Maybe drop the right knee. Who knows? Exhale back down to a regular plank. Again, elbows to ribs. You got this. Use the knees if you need to. Inhale back up to your plank. Exhale. Tiptoe to your hands. And fold. Take a moment, shake it out. Maybe grab opposite elbows and swing. Okay, it should feel really nice to let your low back kind of hang here. As you're ready, roll it up on your inhale. Here we go. Press into your heels. Reach up tall. Maybe lift your heart up top, little back extension. Okay, big exhale here. Drop it into your squat. Again, knees move together. Pull the belly button in. Inhale to stand. Let's do that again. Exhale to squat. Maybe drop a little lower. Again, inhale to stand. Last time. Exhale to squat, and let's hold 3 long, slow breaths. Okay, we want to get those legs warm. Squatting is a great way to do it. So pull the knees inward. See if you could lift your toes. See if you could drop lower. One more big breath here. And come back up. Big breath in, heart lifts. Big exhale, big fold. Halfway up, inhale. And big fold, exhale. Palms are down. Inhale here. Tiptoe back to plank. Okay, exhale here. Halfway down, elbows to ribs. Inhale here. Back up to your plank. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale all the way up. Last time, exhale, halfway down. Hold 3 breaths. Yes, you can. You can drop your knees if you need to. 2 more breaths. Pull the belly button in. Squeeze the elbows in. 1 more breath. You got this. Press it back to plank and down dog. Shake it out. All right, so the arms should be nice and warm. Legs should be nice and warm. Excellent work, yogis. Let's keep it going. Okay, here we go. Right leg is up and out behind with your inhale. With your exhale, move that right knee to your nose. See if you could scoop everything up away from the floor while that happens. Let's do it again. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, pull it in. Could you kiss your knee? 1 more time. Big breath in, send it back. Big exhale, pull it in. Hold and breathe right here. Push that floor, push it down. Keep the knee where it is. Could you extend the heart a little bit further forward and put a little squeeze between your elbows? Whew. Inhale, send the leg back. Exhale, drop that right foot between your hands. Pause here. Come up on your fingertips, okay? All right, fingertips, maybe you have some blocks you'd prefer to use, but some kind of way you want to lengthen your spine instead of rounding. And let's see if we can drop the hips low and strengthen that back leg. And remember to always be drawing your knees together. And we'll move the hips back and forth, okay? Rock back and rock forward. If it feels good, you can put a little flex in that right ankle and point the right toes at your nose when you pull back. Try that. Pull back and let it go. And back. Okay, next time the right foot lands on the ground, let's pause there. Really strong in the back leg, okay? I want you to lift the back knee away from the floor, center the back heel over the toes, and put some squeeze between your inner thighs, coming up to your crescent lunge. Big breath in here. Okay, lift your heart up toward the ceiling. Exhale, drop your heart. Reach back. Keep squeezing your legs together. Again, inhale, send it up. Peel up in your whole front body. Exhale, drop it down. 1 more, big breath in. Come on up. And exhale, just come down halfway. Reach away from your left foot. Pause, hold, breathe. Breathing right here. Okay, trying to squeeze the legs toward each other. Pushing through that back heel, reach a little further. Hold. Try to squeeze the legs together, reach a little further. Hold. I know that heat is building. 1 more breath right here. Let that heat build. And we're letting it go. Drop the hands around that front foot, back to down dog. Notice how your legs feel. And then let it go. Inhale here, move the heart forward, plank. With your exhale, maybe hop, maybe step to your hands and fold. Inhale to roll yourself up. Okay, come up with that right knee. So the right knee is coming up in front. Single leg squat as you exhale and bend into that left knee. And you can do this with the right toes on the floor, by the way. Inhale, back up to standing. Exhale, again, single leg squat. Left knee bends. Maybe go a little lower. Reach forward this time. 1 more. Inhale to stand. Last one. Exhale, single leg squat, hold and breathe. You want to take a break, put the right toe down. You want to challenge, extend the right foot forward, drop a little lower. Nice challenge. Okay, one more big breath in here. And let it go. Inhaling here, reach up tall, lift your heart. And exhale, fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. And palms are down. Inhaling here, back to plank. You might hop or step. Exhale all the way down. Inhale here, little cobra. Pull your heart forward. So really pulling on your heart, please. And exhale, down dog. Take a little time here, 5 or 6 breaths. We can start to really settle into this posture, having warmed ourselves considerably. So grip the mat with your hands. Knees lift as the heels drop. And your belly is really long on all of the sides of your belly. Ready to do the other side? Here we go. With your inhale, left leg up and out behind. With your exhale, left knee to your nose. See if you can kiss it. 2 more times. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, pull it in. 1 more. Back. And 1 more. Bring it in. Hold and breathe. Push the floor down. Lift your heart up. Lift your belly button up. Lift the knee up. And can we send the heart forward and the elbows inward slightly? It is challenging, but you can do it. 1 more big breath. Inhale, send the leg out behind. Exhale, drop the foot between your hands. Boom. Up on your fingertips, okay? Squeeze the knees together and drop the hips nice and low. Let's extend that back leg so strong. And we want our longest spine, okay? And we'll start to move the hips back and forth, okay? We can do this with the back knee down, by the way, and that's just a little more gentle. So always feel free to modify, take these postures down a notch. I'll try to offer you options. Okay, find your lunge again. Make it really strong, okay? Make your legs really stable. Pull those knees together. Come on up to your crescent lunge. Big breath in. Peel open the whole front of your body. And exhale. Drop your heart. Keep the legs strong. Reach back. Can you drop your head here? Balance challenge. Coming up on your inhale. Crescent lunge. Huge breath in. Exhale. Bring it down. 1 more. Come on up. Halfway. Hold and breathe. Okay. Halfway up. We're reaching away from that right foot. So press through the right foot. Strong right leg. Still trying to squeeze the knees together. Hold and breathe. You feel that heat building, okay? Reach a little further. Hold and breathe. Sure you can. Reach a little further. Hold and breathe. Okay, as you're ready, hands down under your shoulders. Send it back to down dog. We're letting it go. Walk the feet out. Notice how it feels. And let it go. Here's a little vinyasa. Heart moves forward. Inhale. Exhale, hop or step forward and fold. Roll it up. Inhale. Heart lifts. Okay, left knee coming up here. A single leg squat with the right leg. Exhale, single leg squat. To make it easier, left toes touch the ground. Back up on your inhale. 2 more, please. Squat on your exhale. Maybe drop a little lower. Reaching forward with your hands. Inhale to stand. Last one. Exhale, coming down, holding. To make it easier, toes down. To make it more challenging, extend the leg, drop low. Call it a pistol squat when it's like this. Nice challenge for that right leg. Stay with it. One more breath. And let it go. Come up on your inhale. Heart lifts very high. On your exhale, big fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Palms are down. Inhale back to plank. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Shake it out. 5 or 6 breaths right here. All right, everything you know about down dog, try to review. Every time we get in down dog, it's a brand new time. So grip the mat with the hands, press the heels back and out of sight. Elbows together, slight squeeze between the kneecaps as they lift. The belly is extremely long, okay? As you're ready, let's get the right leg up. And we'll bend the knee and circle out this hip. Okay, if you're feeling like this is too much, you can always drop to your left knee, no problem. But if this feels great, you can extend the right knee and make big circles. So you decide what makes more sense for you today. Let's rewind it. Maybe flex your foot a different way than you had it flexed before. Next time the right leg is out behind you, pause, bend the knee if you extended it. And we'll take it to a scorpion. So before we get there, we need to push really hard into that right hand. Why? So the right shoulder doesn't come with the right hip. So now that we've grounded the right hand and that right shoulder, we can send the right toes to the left. Hold and breathe right here in your scorpion. If you're feeling pretty good, keep pulling that left knee back as you point the toes to the left, and maybe look under your left armpit and wave hi to yourself with your toes. Hi. Keep breathing. Keep grounding in that right hand. Let's keep going. Inhaling here, right leg up and out behind. Exhaling, drop that right foot between your hands. Boom. Inhaling here, crescent lunge, come on up. Okay, exhaling here, check it out. Lean forward, your body weight is shifting over that right foot. Take a leap of faith into warrior 3. And if you have a small space like I do, you're gonna have to back up a little bit to reach your arms out. So here we go, we're in a warrior 3. We have hips and shoulders level with the floor. And arms are reaching forward to challenge the shoulders. If it's too much, just reach out or reach back. But either way, you have a nice bend in that right knee, and the left leg is the strong leg, pressing back through the heel. Okay, are you ready for a little more of a challenge? Here it comes. Allow the right fingers to come down to the floor. If you have a block handy and you want to use your block, that's great. You can put your right hand on your block. Think about it being under your shoulder and slightly to the right of your right foot. Fingertips down. Okay, left hand is coming to your left hip. As you're ready, pick up your left hip and stack it on top of your right hip. So now your left toes point directly to the left. And we are ready to stay here if you like, or move on by reaching up with that left hand, stacking the left shoulder on top of the right, and you are in half moon, okay? Ardha Chandrasana. So make sure that your body is in one plane. So all of your parts are lined up in this one spot, this one plane. If I was to smoosh you between 2 panes of glass, you'd fit right in there, okay? Ultimate challenge here is to try to get the right fingers to float up off the floor. And from there, really challenging your balance. You can look all the way up. I'm not there yet, okay? Once I start to look away, I lose my balance, but I want you to keep trying. Allow yourself to fall out. Come back in. It's really not a big deal, is it? Feel that right leg working. That's good. One more big breath here. Without exploding, let's come down really deliberately. Right fingers down, left fingers down. Step it back to down dog. Shake it out. And let's keep going. Inhaling here, heart moves forward. Exhaling, hop or step, plank. Or sorry, not plank, fold. Roll it up on your inhale. Okay, right knee comes up. Check it out. Pause right here. Point your right knee down and then a little bit back. And see if you can bend into the left knee and tuck your right knee just behind your left. Okay, so we're gonna get kind of weird. So if you need to, you can drop the right toes to the floor, okay? No problem there. How about sliding your right knee all the way down to your left ankle? Hold and breathe. Notice how that feels. Slide it back up to the kneecap. Keep a bend in the left knee. Hold and breathe. Let's do it again. Ready? Slide the right kneecap down to the left ankle. Hold, breathe. Slide it back up. Stay calm. We're going to do it one more time. You ready? Slide it down. Hold and breathe. Slide it up. Okay, with your inhale, I want you to pick up the right leg, extend it all the way out in front of you. As you exhale, swing it behind you. Drop the toes at the back of the mat. Inhale here, crescent lunge. Exhale, all hands down, step it back to plank. All the way down to the mat. Inhale here, cobra or up dog, you decide. Pull the heart forward either way. And exhale, meet you back in down dog. Hang out here, shake it out. Notice how you feel. Okay, that was a lot on one side, wasn't it? Let's see if I can remember everything on the other side. Okay, your down dog is rock solid. You're pulling everything in toward the midline. You're as long and strong as you can be. Keep all that. And we'll get the left leg up. We'll bend the knee and we'll start to circle the hip out. All right, so you can keep it bent or you can make it a little extra by extending the knee. I like to make things a little extra. So decide. You might not be feeling extra today. Let's rewind that. Okay, next time the left leg is out behind you, we're going to transition to a scorpion. So pause there, bend the knee if you had it extended. But let's address our shoulders first. So we really need to make sure this left shoulder stays low, even with the right. So press into the left hand, push, 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 and pull back on the right hip as you send the left toes to the right. That's the way. Breathe here in your scorpion stinger. Way up there. Maybe wave at yourself with your left toes by looking under your right armpit. One more big breath in right here, friends. And exhale. Swing that foot forward. Drop the foot between your hands. Crescent lunge. Strengthen your legs as you inhale and lift up, peeling open your front body. Exhaling as you transition into a warrior 3. So you're shifting your body weight to be mostly in the left leg. And then you can launch the right leg when you feel right. And maybe move back if you hit a wall like I do. Okay, find that warrior 3. Do what you want with your arms. It's really up to you. Some people like to put them in prayer position. Some people put the fingertips down. It's really super interpretable. But for everyone, we've all got our hips and shoulders level with the mat. The right leg is the super strong and long leg, toes point down. And we have a nice little bend in that left knee. We don't want to lock it, okay? No reason to lock it. Let that heat build, okay? Let the fire kind of burn in the left leg. No pain, of course. No pain, no pain. As you're ready, okay, allow your left fingers to drop under your shoulder a little bit to the left of your left foot. Right hand to your right hip. Use your right hand to pick up your right hip. Stack it on top of your left. Now your right toes are pointing to the right. Remember that pane of glass idea. So maybe the right hand comes up. We're stacking the right shoulder as well. Maybe even the left fingertips float off the mat. And you might challenge yourself by looking in a direction that challenges your balance. So just kind of find your challenge here. Make yourself all in one plane. And keep breathing. And I just want to encourage you to not take this too seriously. You know, the more you fall, the more you learned here than someone who didn't fall. So let learning be your object rather than static holding. Whew. Left leg is getting hot, guys. One more big breath here. Okay, let's bring the fingertips down slowly. Palms can come down. We're back to down dog. I'll meet you there. How do your legs feel now? Okay. Check it out. And then let it go. Inhaling here, heart moves forward, plank. Exhaling, hop or step to your hands, fold. Inhaling, roll it up, lift your heart. Okay, are you ready? Left knee is coming up, hold here. Here's that really weird single leg squat that we did on the other side. So let's point the left knee down and a little bit back and put a little bend in the right knee. And we're just gonna hook the left kneecap behind the right. And if you need to, you can put the left toes down and do everything we're about to do with the left toes down. So no problem there. Okay, here we go. Keep breathing. We're sliding the left kneecap down to the right ankle. Hold and breathe here. Back up to the kneecap. Take a breath. We've got two more. Down to the ankle. Take a breath. Up to the knee. Take a breath. One more, okay? Down to the ankle. Up to the knee. We're ready to let this go. Now here's how we're gonna do it. Come up with an inhale, extend that right knee. Maybe extend the left leg all the way forward. And as you exhale, swing the left leg around behind you. Drop those toes to the floor. Inhaling here, a crescent lunge. And exhaling here, all your hands down, down, dog. Plank on your inhale, all the way down on your exhale. Inhale here, cobra or up dog, heart up and forward. Exhale, down dog. Take some time here, shaking it out. Okay, we've done some really nice work in the upper and the lower body. Hopefully you're noticing some nice spaciousness across the backs of the legs. And since we're so warm in the legs, let's try this. Take your feet kind of wide. So if you have a mat, not that you need a mat, but if you have one, take it mat width, your feet mat width, and turn your toes slightly in. And maybe walk your hands a little bit closer. I want you to really press back through your hips, like your hips are trying to blast away from the top of your head. Breathe into the backs of the legs. Not just the calves and the hamstrings, but that space between your hamstring and your glute, okay? All across the shoulders as well. Nice breath. And then as you're ready, friends, take your hands forward and lower yourself all the way down. So we're down on the floor here. All right, let's take hands forward and drop your head. Take a moment just to breathe. Notice the pace and the depth of your breath. Notice any body heat. There should be lots. Okay. Notice your heartbeat. And let's keep going. From here, bend your right knee and point that toe at the back of your head. Right hand will come behind and look for the right ankle. Okay. They may find each other today. They might not. But if everything's going well, you can bring your left hand a little closer to you and push the floor with it. So your upper body curls up a little bit. So your left hand is supporting you here. However, keep your long neck, please. Try not to let it smoosh in between your shoulders. So here we are. We can stay right here. And if this is enough, you can just focus on that quad stretch by pulling the right heel close to your glute. But if all is going well, you can think of pulling that right foot back. Okay. If you're still feeling pretty good, make sure your hips are really grounded, your belly button's moving into your spine so your low back is safe. We're going to lift the right knee up off the floor and really kick back through the foot. And as you kick back through that foot, could you also pull with your hand? So kick back, pull in, kick back, pull in. And you might even decide to float your left side up off the floor too. Whatever you decide, make sure it feels good. We'll take a few more breaths right here. Notice as you breathe that you're rocking a little bit. Enjoy that. It's a nice massage for your organs. It's good for you. Maybe 3 more breaths. 2 more. Last breath. And then let everything go. Just going to rest cheek on the floor. Notice how nice you feel after that back bend. And let's do the other side. So all hands forward, looking at the floor. We can just start out here. Okay, remember that we're going to be extending the spine, so we do want to ground those hips and lift the belly button slightly into the spine. As you're ready, bend that left knee, left toes, point at the back of your head. Left hand comes behind to look for the foot. May happen today, may happen another day, may not happen in this lifetime, but it doesn't matter, does it? Okay? Maybe the right hand comes closer and lifts your upper body a little bit. Okay? Check your shoulders. Got to keep them away from the ears, okay? Maybe you decide to play around with pushing the foot back, or maybe you're just pulling it in towards your glute. Who knows? But if you do push it back, as you push back, also pull in. Push back, pull in. Maybe the knee starts to lift. Maybe the right side lifts as well. You can even flip your grip to the inside of the ankle if you like. Breathe. See if you can get that breath to rock you on the floor. Maybe 3 more breaths. Come on down and let it all go. Take a moment to just let that soak in. Okay. Now, I think it would be fun to try both sides. So if you're saying, no way, that is not a good idea for me, don't worry about it. You can just do one side at a time, just the same way we just did. And I'll just cue you halfway through whenever you can switch. Okay? So if you're going to do one side, just walk through the steps we just went through. If you're going to do both sides, bend both knees. Hands come to each foot. And since we might be a little bit warm, you can try the inside of the ankle if that's appropriate. And then we'll start the same idea. Feet kick back. Okay, the hands pull in as the feet kick back. So shoulders are active. Maybe the knees are lifting. And you can really get a good rock here. So enjoy. Take a few breaths. If you have one leg, I'd say switch sides now. And as you're ready, we'll let it go. Come out slowly. Take a moment here. If you want to make a little pillow out of your forearms and rest your head on it, then we can just take a few breaths right here. Notice how that back body is feeling. And then as you're ready, we're coming up. So hands under shoulders. Come on up to hands and knees. Right, let's get the right foot forward by the right hand. So we gave our legs a little break. Okay, got a little back extension, and now let's get back into our legs. So rocking it back and forth. Take a little time just to notice how the right hamstring is feeling, how that left hip flexor is feeling. Okay, allow yourself to kind of sink into a low lunge here. Put some activity between your knees. Remember, we always want to be moving everything toward the midline. You can use that right knee to press up. I'd like to play with a little twisty, back-bendy lunge kind of thing here. So feel free to stop along the way if you ever need a break. Okay, so allow the hips to sink low, but do keep pulling the legs together. You're not just passively sinking into your hips. So more of an active sink, if you will. Okay, look over your right shoulder. Right hand moves back for your left thigh. So I like to hook for the outside of the left thigh because then you can kind of grab a hold. You can even put the left hand on the right knee if you need a little boost in that direction. And let's start right here. So remember to keep your legs active. Maybe the left hand is moving up and back. Okay, so you're feeling a big peeling open sensation in your chest. And always, always, always keeping your low back safe by moving the belly button into your spine. Now I'm just going to give you a few things to play with here. One thing that you might enjoy is walking your right hand back, if that's appropriate. You can walk it back your left leg. You can also bend your left knee and hold your left foot with your right hand. So it's a little bit balancy. If this is going well, try taking your right hand, okay, and pointing your thumb up at the ceiling. I'm going to give you a kind of a funky grip here. So your right palm's facing away from you. Your thumb is pointing up. You can grab the top of your foot like that. Okay, go ahead and drop your left fingertips to the floor if you want to try this. If you can point your right elbow up at the ceiling, you can think of moving the back of your head towards your right foot. Sorry, that's your left foot. Take a breath or two. Remember, if it doesn't work, you can always just come out and start over, okay? So maybe one more breath here. And we're coming out, okay? Letting go of that left leg, right hand back on the floor down in front, left hand back on the floor down in front. Pull your hips back. Okay, should feel really nice after that. If you have a block that you want to put your hands on under your shoulders, that's great. Use that block. You can use your fingertips too, but no matter what you're using, could you make your spine really long, please? Okay, really nice flex in your right foot. Keep it just like that. And we're gonna walk our hands all the way over to the left. So walk your hands so that you're looking out to the left. And then if you point your right toes also to the left, dropping to your right arch, you can pull back on your hips and get a nice inner thigh stretch. So check that out. Okay. Should feel nice on that right inner thigh, coming up the inside of your leg. And as you're ready, let's walk this back through center. The right toes will point up through center. Now we're walking our hands all the way out to the right, over the other side of the right leg. Let's point the right toes out to the right now. So we're on the outer edge of the right foot. So if you're a runner or a cyclist, you're really gonna feel this in your IT band, and that's okay, as long as there's no pain. Continue to pull the right hip back. Breathe into that outer hip, IT band, whatever you're feeling. Okay, bring it back to center here. And now I'm just going to give you the option, because we're here and we're super warm, to maybe begin to work on deepening your split. So you're in a half split right now, Ardha Hanumanasana, okay? The right leg is extended. Maybe you have a bend in the right knee. It's still a half split, okay? If you want to deepen this, all you really need to do is start moving the left knee back. Maybe today you just move it 2 inches back, and that's perfectly fine for you today, okay? Maybe you can move it a lot back. Okay, just kind of play around, but maybe someday, maybe in this lifetime, maybe not in this lifetime, it doesn't really matter. Maybe your feet move very far apart from each other. I do want to encourage you to keep your hips level with the ground, if that's the case, and to keep your upper body very upright and proud, okay? And if you could, try to tuck your back toes so that you can make sure that the left hip is internally rather than externally rotating. All right, maybe one more breath or two in wherever you are on your split spectrum. Maybe lifting your heart if that feels nice. And then let's come out of this. So there's not really a graceful way to come out of a split. So just kind of make it up as you go. I like to walk the back knee forward, walk the hands forward, walk the back knee forward. Okay, and eventually you're in some kind of position where you can make your way back to hands and knees. And I'll meet you in a down dog, okay? Come on back. Take some time here in this down dog. Notice how everything feels. Okay, here's just a funky little vinyasa just to clear it out. Heart moves forward on your inhale, plank. Exhale, hop or step to your hands, then fold. Inhale, roll it up. Lift your heart high. Lift it, lift it, lift it. Exhale, fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Palms are down. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, down dog. Walk it out here, shake it out. And as you're ready, we're coming back down to our knees. And we'll get the left foot forward by the left hand. So we're switching sides. Let's rock the hips forward and back a few times. Okay, how's the left hamstring doing? We want to check in there. We want to make sure that we are always aware of how our hamstrings are feeling before we lengthen them. And then let's pause here. Let's just kind of settle into this lunge. Strengthen your knees toward each other so you're strong in your lunge. And you can use this left knee to press up. So this is the beginning of our spectrum. Okay, so I'm just going to take you through the full spectrum, and you can stay or back up or keep going. So remember that we have the belly button always lifting up and in so that the low back doesn't just absorb all of this extension. That would not be ideal. And we do have engagement between the legs, although we are allowing the hips to sink with control. Okay, and you can put your hands on your left knee if you like and just look over your left shoulder. Okay, the left hand can come behind and kind of tickle the right thigh. It might just rest there today. That's great. You can even grab the outer edge of it and use it kind of like a handle. That's what I like to do. And the right arm can come up. Then you can spend a lot of time here just opening up your chest, keeping your legs strong, okay? Or if you want to play a little bit, you can walk the left fingers down even further. You can play around with this little back bendy lunge. To take it even more deeply, you can bend that right knee, okay? Grab the foot maybe, and I recommend dropping your right fingers to the floor here just so you don't fall over, because that's no fun. We need to flip the grip of the left hand, okay, if we're going to keep going. So look at your left hand. Face the palm out to the left. The thumb is pointed up. From there, you're going to grab your toes, okay? See if you can just grab those toes. And if you can get your elbow to point to the side and then up, you can allow your head to drop towards your foot. Keep the legs strong now and keep a tuck in your chin. If you need to back out, back out. One more breath here, and we're coming out with control. Okay, allowing that right leg to lengthen. All hands down in front. Boom, boom. Okay, pull your hips back. Okay. So here we are at the top of another spectrum. So we're at this Ardha Hanumanasana spectrum, this half split. So we're pulling that left hip back, okay, and we're flexing that left foot. We might have a bend in the knee. That's not a problem. Go ahead and bend it, okay? We do want that long spine. Here we go. We'll start to travel. Let's move the hands way out to the right. So just take them way out there, okay? Like you're trying to get away from your left leg. And then drop the inner edge of the left foot to the floor. And we want to think of, again, pulling that left hip toward the back of the mat. So I want you to feel nice length along your inner thigh. You probably notice you'll feel one side way more than the other. That's normal. Okay, let's bring it through to the other way. So we'll point the left toes back at the ceiling. We're coming through center. We're crossing over to the other side of the left leg this time. Okay, this time the outer edge of the left foot will fall to the floor. So we're doing the other side. Now you're really gonna feel your IT band here, so get ready to breathe and stay calm. Continue to pull the hip back, back, back. Let's walk this back through center. Okay, since we're here, let's just play around with the split spectrum, okay? No matter where you are, you're on the spectrum, so you're already here. Maybe half split, Ardha Hanumanasana is where you'd like to stay. Maybe you want that full Hanuman, okay? Ease into it, guys, no reason to force. So we can walk the right knee back. Maybe this is enough for today. Find where you are on the spectrum, and then keep in mind, bending a knee or two can help out a whole lot. Maybe eventually the feet decide they can come very far away, but we need those hips to be level with the mat, okay? And we really need that right hip to be internally rotating. So if you can tuck the right toes then it'll keep that hip internally rotating. And we might lift the heart, but we do want it over the hips. Okay. This is my sticky side. One side is always more interesting than the other. Maybe one more breath in your Hanumanasana or your Ardha Hanumanasana. And then let's make our way out as gracefully as we can. So maybe the back knee forward, fingers forward, back knee forward, hands forward. And then make your way more or less fluidly back to hands and knees. From hands and knees, my friends, I'd like us to really start to cool down. So let's take a modified child's pose here. So if you just point your right knee back and then to the left and then put it down, you can walk your hands back towards your feet. And then I'm going to ask you to sit on your right foot. So just sit on your right foot. And then you'll notice the left leg is just kind of draped across your right, okay? Fingers down in front. We have our longest spine. And we'll start to walk the hands forward. The spine will start to round, but we want to allow it to round with as much length as possible. So I like to imagine when I'm folding like this, like we're folding right now, how could I do a back bend in this fold? That's kind of what we're looking for. That's the kind of balance that we want to bring to these postures, the back bend and the fold. Maybe eventually coming to your elbows and letting your head just hang. Feel your body cooling down. Breath slowing down. Heart rate slowing down. And then let's come up just enough that you can sit your hips over to the right so that you're sitting between your feet, okay? And you might need to move your right foot over a little bit. So we just transitioned to a Gomukhasana or a cow face pose, and we'll turn it into a little twist, okay? So with your sitting bones equally weighted, you might have to press a little extra into the left one. Take your right hand to your top knee, that's your left knee, left fingers behind you, and we'll twist a little bit. You can look over that left shoulder. Long spine inhale. Deepen your twist, exhale. And let's bring it back to center. And hands will come forward again. We'll come back to a hands and knees, and we're just going to switch sides. So hands and knees, left knee points behind, to the right on the floor, and then sit on your left foot. The right leg is now draped across the top leg, across the bottom leg. Okay, fingers on the floor, hands on the floor, maybe elbows on the floor. We have our longest spine even though we're folding. Okay, bring yourself up out of this just enough to sit your hips to the left so they're between your feet. Okay, make sure that right hip comes to the floor because it's going to try to come up. So extra weight in the right hip. Sitting bones are equally grounded. And now we can twist. Left hand on the top knee, right fingers behind. Look over your right shoulder. Long spine inhale. Belly button to spine, exhale. One more breath here. And bring it back into center. Okay, if you just want to lean back on your hands here, you can take your legs out in front. And then it's time to rest. So get yourself long ways on your mat if you spun around all kinds of directions, and then you can rock it all the way back. And find a long, restful shape. Maybe Shavasana, maybe something else. Close your eyes. And let the breath come effortlessly through your nose. Notice the sensations in your body. Notice your thoughts and emotions. This is your opportunity to be with yourself. Just being present in this moment. Releasing any thoughts of the past or the future as soon as they arise. Dive deeper into this moment. And please keep resting like this for as long as you can. Thank you so much for joining me.